Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. So the other day we had a pretty impressive rainstorm. It wasn't the most rain I've ever seen fall at one time. However, at one point we were getting somewhere around 2 inches an hour, and I think the total rainfall for the day was about 3.5 inches. I know that because we have a weather station that tells you the wind speed, rainfall, UV, outdoor temperature, humidity, all that good stuff. But after the rain had stopped, I went out and took some video footage of all the stormwater runoff just to share with you guys. I'm gonna show you guys that footage now. So as you can see, we've got quite a bit of cleanup work to do on the driveway. There was a couple spots where we've got 9-10 inch ruts on the side of the driveway where it just completely washed out. And it's funny, a lot of people, when we do our firewood videos, will comment and say, I can't believe you spent $25,000 on a tractor just to sell firewood $20 at a time. Well, firewood is not the main reason we bought that tractor. The main reason we bought our Coyote is for property maintenance, things like this. We can go ahead and whip our driveway back into shape here in probably 15 minutes. The fact that the tractor is really helpful in doing firewood is just an added bonus. But anyway, let me show you what we're gonna do here with the tractor and get our driveway whipped back into shape. Stick around. So we have a 7-foot box blade, and then we also have a 6-foot land plane. And when it comes time to resurfacing the driveway, the land plane is absolutely the way to go. The box blade would be more for moving material. This is more for smoothing material. And the reason for that is the box blade carries a lot of material with it, whereas this has the double blade system. And as you start to accumulate material in front of those blades, it just spills up and over, hits the next blade, and then spills up and over the second blade and leaves you a really nice smooth finish behind you. Now I have this set up so that my top link is a little bit long so that my rear blade is going to touch the ground just before my front blade does. That way when I set it all the way down, gravity will bring both blades down and it'll be kind of like a drag. What happens if your top link is too short is your front blade will dig in, but your back blade will be up off the ground, and then you're really only utilizing half of the smoothing power of your land plane. But anyway, let's go ahead and fire this thing up and get our driveway smoothed back out. This should take about 15-20 minutes tops. I'm going to work my way from the bottom of the driveway back up, and the reason for that is because when the water is running, it runs downhill, so that's where all my stone is. I'm going to be chasing that stone back up the hill. So one other thing I wanted to mention real quick before we get started, and that is we've had a couple of people comment on videos in the past asking if we have any of our merchandise for sale. If you notice, I've been wearing this hat for the last couple of months now. And what happened was we actually used to offer merch, but we were using a company called Teespring. And I wasn't really happy with the quality of the stuff we were getting from Teespring. Our logos were fading off the shirts and the few samples that I got. So I discontinued that. I think we only had that live for a month or two. But we have a new supplier now, much better stuff. We've got these leather patch hats. We've got things like these pocket knives with our Hometown Acres logo engraved in them. We've got a couple different t-shirts to choose from, and we've got a water bottle available. So the new website that we had designed is hometown-acres.com. Go check it out just in time for Father's Day. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop on the tractor and get this driveway fixed up. So here's how much better it looks after just one pass up and one pass down. All of those little fingers that were coming across the driveway are smoothed back out. We'll just need to roll this in. We're not supposed to have any rain for the next 2 or 3 days, so probably just driving over it with our vehicles will be enough to roll it in. But you can see we still have a little bit of work to do on the sides here. We still have those 8 to 10 inch ditches on either side of the driveway here. So what I was trying to do was take all that excess material with the land plane and make sure that I was hovering over this so that it would drop in. We took some of the ditch out, but what I really need to do is come in here and ditch out both sides of the driveway with a backhoe or an excavator or something like that. And the whole problem with this driveway is this continues to go uphill up to the house, and then you can see the woods go uphill as well. So this whole area is draining down here, and it stays on the left side of the driveway, and then it comes down, and right about here is where it tries to cross over and go down into the field down there. So really the ultimate fix, so I stop having to fix our driveway, is probably to get a culvert and redirect that water somewhere across the driveway with a culvert. So that is the ultimate plan to fix this, but for now it's just going to continue to be a constant maintenance item. So yeah, if you have a 30-something horsepower compact tractor and you're in the market for a land plane and you're wondering what size to get, 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, I would definitely recommend going with the 6 foot. I think the 5 foot's going to be a little bit too small. I like having the width of the land plane be wider than my tires like you saw, so I could use it to fill in some of the stuff in that 8 to 10 inch rut on the side, and yet my tires weren't down in that rut. But we also have a 7 foot box blade, and I think the 7 foot box blade for this tractor is a little bit too big. The tractor handles it just fine, but for doing the driveway and back in the trails, it's a little bit big and cumbersome to get back in here in some of these narrow, tight spaces. I think the 6 foot is absolutely perfect. But yeah, for a gravel driveway, you really just cannot beat a land plane. One pass up, one pass down, our driveway is buttery smooth again. But anyway, I think that about wraps this one up. Don't forget, go check out hometown-acres.com if you want to get some of your own Hometown Acres merchandise for Father's Day coming up here. If you enjoyed this video, give us a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.